Have you ever wondered what it feels like to wake up in a bedroom that costs as much as the future of 1,000 people watching the sun rise over the Han River through bulletproof glass? In 2026, BTS is no longer just a music group. They are global economic titans who have turned South Korea's most elite real estate into their personal playground. Welcome to the flip side of the grand stage, a world where billion-won transactions are made in cold, hard cash, where privacy is the most expensive currency, and every corner of their walls holds a story of hard work that defies human logic. We aren't just talking about houses here, we are talking about fortresses, private art galleries, and symbols of victory for 7 young men who once shared a single cramped room full of dreams. Is it true that one of them built a 5-story palace just to ensure his privacy would never be breached? Who among them was the smartest at flipping assets until their wealth skyrocketed by hundreds of % in just a matter of months? And most intriguingly, whose home is now dubbed the most prestigious property in the entire Korean peninsula, even surpassing the residences of Samsung's top tycoons? Get ready, because we are about to dismantle those high, mysterious gates one by one. This is an exclusive narrative of luxury that is quiet yet lethal. Are you ready to witness the peak of the young and rich lifestyle? Let's begin this journey starting from number 7. Number 7. Suga's Riverside Sanctuary. The quiet elegance of UN Village. The world of Min Yoongi has always been one of profound contrast, a delicate balance between the roaring thunder of a sold-out stadium and the pin-drop silence of a late-night recording session, and in 2026, his residence in the legendary UN village of Hanam-dong stands as the ultimate physical manifestation of that duality. To understand why this property is so significant, you have to look past the price tag and dive into the historical prestige of the soil it sits on. UN Village isn't just a neighborhood, it's a geographical fortress where the Han River curves perfectly to meet the Namsan Mountain, creating a Bisanimsu feng shui alignment that is said to bring eternal prosperity. While most people would flaunt their wealth with gold-plated trimmings, Suga opted for a quiet luxury aesthetic that feels more like a modern-day Zen temple than a celebrity mansion, boasting a layout that prioritizes acoustic perfection and absolute seclusion from the outside world. This $4 million to $5 million sanctuary, which has seen its value skyrocket due to the extreme scarcity of units in his specific villa complex, is famous among real estate insiders for its one-way security system, ensuring that while Yoongi can see the shimmering lights of the city can never see him. Imagine walking through a minimalist hallway where the floors are made of imported Italian marble that doesn't even make a sound when you step on it, leading into a customized music studio that costs nearly $500,000 just to soundproof. This isn't just where he sleeps, it's where the most soul-crushing and chart-topping lyrics of the decade were likely penned. The reflection of the water on his floor-to-ceiling windows creates a shimmering blue aura every morning, a constant reminder of the journey from a hungry trainee in Daegu to a master of the industry who can now afford the most expensive silence in Seoul. But here's the kicker. Rumors among high-end developers suggest that Yoongi recently expanded his holdings by acquiring the unit directly adjacent to his, creating a sprawling underground creative hub that remains one of the most guarded secrets in the K-pop world. As we look at the sheer architectural discipline of his home, one has to wonder, how much of his music is influenced by the stoic, immovable nature of these walls? It is a house that breathes with him, a place where the fire of Auguste can be extinguished by the cool breeze of the Han River. Does a person's home eventually start to look like their soul, or did Suga choose this place because it was the only one quiet enough to hear his own thoughts? This is just the beginning of our countdown, a taste of the architectural power BTS wields in 2026, and as we move up the list, the scale of luxury only gets more surreal. You might think a multi-million-dollar villa in the heart of Seoul's most exclusive gated community is the peak, but for the rest of the members, this is merely the baseline for what it means to be a global icon. Number 6. J-Hope's Vertical Paradise, the golden skyline of trimmage. If Suga's home is a silent sanctuary, then Jungkook's residence is a soaring anthem of success, reaching toward the clouds in the iconic Seoul Forest trimmage, a place where the young and rich DNA isn't just a label, but a lifestyle etched into every pane of glass. By 2026, J-Hope has solidified his status as a real estate visionary, having been one of the first idols to recognize the potential of this high-rise complex long before it became the undisputed mecca for global superstars. This isn't just an apartment, it's a vertical fortress of glass and steel that offers a panoramic 360-degree view of the Seoul skyline and the sprawling greenery of Seoul Forest, making it feel as though the entire city is J-Hope's personal backyard. Valued at well over $5.5 million in today's hyperinflated market, his unit is a masterclass in modern opulence, featuring a hotel-style service system that includes indoor golf ranges, high-end saunas, and a cafeteria that serves Michelin-starred meals directly to his door. Because when you are the hope of a global generation, even a trip to the grocery store is a security nightmare. The interior reflects his vibrant and artistic personality, reportedly filled with rare KAWS figurines, Takashi Murakami collaborations, and custom-made furniture that blurs the line between a living space and a contemporary art museum. But the real magic happens at night. As the sun sets, the floor-to-ceiling windows transform the home into a glowing lantern suspended in the sky, reflecting the neon pulse of a city that never sleeps, mirrored perfectly in the polished surfaces of his minimalist kitchen. There is a deep emotional narrative here. A boy from Gwangju, who once danced in street circles, now owns a piece of the sky in the most competitive real estate market on Earth. Every square inch of this property screams energy and movement, much like his choreography. Yet, it offers a level of privacy that is almost supernatural, with specialized elevators and paparazzi-proof glass that ensures his private life remains a mystery, despite living in a transparent tower. Why did J-Hope choose to stay in this specific complex even after his wealth reached astronomical levels? Is it the sense of community among other elites? Or is it because the view reminds him every day of how far he has climbed from the dance studios of his youth? The Trimage isn't just a building, it's a statement of arrival, a golden pillar that proves you have conquered the world. And yet, as breathtaking as this vertical paradise is, it is only the 6th spot on our list, leaving us to wonder, what kind of unimaginable luxury could possibly top a literal palace in the clouds? The journey upward continues, and the next entry will take us from the heights of the skyline back to the most prestigious ground in Korea. Number 5. Jin's Royal Expansion, the double-unit dynasty in Hanam the Hill. While many celebrities treat real estate as a mere place to sleep, Kim Sok-jin has turned the most expensive apartment complex in South Korea, Hanam the Hill, into his own personal monopoly board, and by 2026, his strategic dominance over this elite territory is nothing short of legendary. We are talking about a man who doesn't just buy a home, he builds a legacy, and as of late 2025 into 2026, Jin has shocked the market by acquiring his third massive unit in this ultra-exclusive complex for a staggering $17.5 billion, won roughly $12.9 million, paid entirely in cold, hard cash without a single bank loan. This brings his total Hanam empire to a level of prestige that even seasoned CEOs envy, as he now commands multiple high-value properties within the same gated fortress where BTS once shared their famous group dorm. But what makes Jin's approach so emotionally resonant is the worldwide handsome heart behind the investment. Remember, he famously gifted one of his previous multi-million-dollar units to his parents, proving that his royal expansion isn't just about accumulating wealth, but about securing the absolute best for those he loves. Inside his newest 243-square-meter sanctuary, the vibe is a sharp departure from the flashy high-rises of Gangnam. It is a world of low-density luxury, where only 600 households are spread across 32 buildings, ensuring that Jin can walk through the beautifully manicured gardens or visit the private gym and swimming pool without the prying eyes of the public. The interior of his 2026 residence is rumored to be a masterpiece of wabi-sabi elegance mixed with high-tech functionality, featuring a kitchen that would make a professional chef weep and a gaming suite that serves as his ultimate retreat from the pressures of global superstardom. There is something poetic about the fact that, while the world changed around him, Jin chose to stay rooted in the place that witnessed the group's meteoric rise to fame, essentially buying up the history of BTS piece by piece. Real estate experts estimate that Jin has already netted over 10 billion won in pure profit from his earlier Hanam investments alone, proving that behind that playful, dad joke exterior lies the mind of a shark-like financial strategist. As you picture him standing on his terrace, looking out over the lush greenery that shields the wealthy from the chaos of Seoul, you have to ask, is Jin simply a savvy investor? Or is he trying to recreate the safety and comfort of the old days on a much more massive solo scale? Why does he keep returning to the same soil? And what does it say about his loyalty to the places that shaped him? As we break down this nearly $13 million cash-only powerhouse, it becomes clear that Jin isn't just a resident, he is the unofficial king of Hanam. But hold your breath, because as we move into the top 4, the price tags are about to double, and the architecture is about to get much more intimidating. Number 4. RM's intellectual manor. The art-infused soul of 9-1 Hanam. Entering the 4th spot, we step into a realm where the boundary between a residential home and a high-end museum completely vanishes. Welcome to Kim Namjoon's $6.5 million to $9 million intellectual fortress in 9-1 Hanam. While other members might look for the highest view or the largest garden, RM sought a space that could contain the sheer weight of his genius and his world-renowned art collection, which by 2026 has become so prestigious that he's officially partnering with the San Francisco Museum of Modern Art for a massive exhibition. 9. 1 Hanam isn't just an apartment complex. It is the Beverly Hills of Seoul, a low-rise luxury enclave where the 1% of the 1% hide away, featuring its own private park, high-end, gourmet 494 shopping mall, and a level of security that rivals a military bunker. Namjoon's unit, spanning nearly 300 square meters, is a living, breathing tribute to Korean modernism and global contemporary art, where every wall is adorned with masterpieces by Yoon Hyung-kyun and sculptures by Kwon Jin-kyu that are literally worth more than most luxury cars. Imagine waking up in a room where the first thing you see isn't a TV, but a moon jar from the Joseon dynasty, or a multi-million-dollar abstract painting that invites deep reflection. The atmosphere here is thick with the scent of old books and expensive wood, specifically his George Nakashima furniture craftsmanship, so rare that even Steve Jobs was a fan, creating a wabi-sabi vibe that feels ancient and futuristic at the same time. This is where the leader of the world's biggest band retreats to decompress, surrounded by over 100 pieces of art that act as his silent companions in a world that never stops screaming. There is a profound emotional weight to this house. It represents the transition of a boy who used to write rhymes in underground garages to a global cultural diplomat who buys art with the same precision and passion he puts into his lyrics. Critics and real estate insiders often note that RM didn't just buy a house. He curated a sanctuary that shields his sensitive artistic soul from the chaos of the industry. The sheer density of culture inside these walls is enough to make any visitor feel like they've stepped into another dimension, one where time moves slower and every object has a story to tell. But why does a man with the world at his feet choose to live in a place that feels like a silent library? Is it a way to stay grounded? Or is it because in 2026, Namjoon finds more peace in the strokes of a paintbrush than in the roar of a crowd? As we leave this temple of intellect, we prepare to enter the top 3, where we will encounter homes that aren't just expensive, they are architectural anomalies that defy the very concept of home. Number 3. Jimin's minimalist fortress. The ultra-secure majesty of 9-1 Hanam. If RM's home is a museum of the mind, then Park Jimin's residence in the exact same legendary 9-1 Hanam complex is a masterclass in the art of invisibility, a $6 million to $8 million sanctuary where minimalist elegance meets a level of security that would make a Secret Service agent nod in approval. By 2026, Jimin has become the definitive face of modern luxury, and his home reflects a soul that seeks absolute purity and stillness away from the thunderous applause of the global stage. While he and Namjoon are neighbors in this Beverly Hills of Seoul, Jimin's unit, spanning an expansive 293 square meters, is rumored to be designed with a void concept, emphasizing open space, natural light, and a lack of clutter that mirrors his fluid, ethereal dance style. Imagine stepping into a living room where the walls are a seamless blend of soft whites and raw concrete textures, featuring floor-to-ceiling windows that don't just show the city, but frame it like a living, breathing landscape painting. But don't let the simplicity fool you. This is a high-tech fortress equipped with the KNX Smart Home Automation System, the most massive project of its kind in Korean history, allowing Jimin to control everything from the precise angle of his sunshades to the humidity of his private gym with a single gesture. Speaking of the gym in 2026, it's been revealed that Jimin's home features a custom-built dance studio with floating floors to protect his joints, a testament to the blood, sweat, and tears he has poured into his craft over the last decade. There is a deep, reflective silence inside these walls. It's the home of a man who values the Jeonse of peace, paying nearly $5.3 million in full cash back in 2021. An investment that has nearly doubled in value as 91 Hanam became the most coveted address in the country. The kitchen is a futuristic dream, hidden behind seamless panels, and the master bathroom features a bathtub carved from a single block of stone, designed for the ultimate recovery after a grueling world tour. But here's the mystery that fans and real estate moguls alike are whispering about. Why did Jimin, unlike some other members, choose to keep his residence almost entirely unchanged and hidden from the public eye for 5 years? Is it because this fortress is the only place where he can truly drop the idol mask and just be Park Jimin? As we look at the sheer discipline required to maintain such a minimalist life amidst astronomical wealth, you have to wonder, is a house with nothing in it actually the hardest thing to build? We are now entering the top tier of our list, where the homes stop being just apartments and start becoming architectural legends. Number 2. V's Artistic Estate. The $10 million, PH 129, masterpiece in Cheongdam-dong. While the world was busy waiting for his military discharge, Kim Tae-young was quietly orchestrating one of the most stunning real estate power moves of 2026, pivoting from his beloved Applebaum in Samsung-dong to the undisputed crown jewel of Korean luxury, PH 129 in Cheongdam-dong. This isn't just a house, it's a celestial duplex in the most expensive apartment building in South Korea, a place where the young and rich label feels like an understatement. In September 2025, just months after returning to civilian life, V reportedly dropped a mind-blowing 14.2 billion won, roughly $10.3 million in a single cash payment. No loans, no debt, just the pure financial muscle of a global icon. PH 129 is an architectural marvel of only 29 elite units, and Tae-young's new sanctuary is a sprawling 273 square meter duplex that boasts 6-meter-high floor-to-ceiling windows, offering a cinematic, uninterrupted view of the Han River that feels like having a private IMAX screen of the Seoul skyline. The interior is where his Vante persona truly comes to life. Imagine a living room bathed in golden hour light, with walls that serve as a private gallery for his ever-growing collection of rare photography and contemporary art, including pieces that echo the jazz-age Seoul he so deeply loves. The layout features 5 massive bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, with a master suite that has been elevated to a height of 6.6 meters to create a sense of infinite space, almost as if he's living inside a cloud. It's a building designed for the ultimate ghost-like existence, featuring 5 parking spaces per unit and a private elevator system that ensures he never has to cross paths with another soul if he doesn't want to. There's something incredibly moving about this purchase. It represents the ultimate freedom for a man who has spent a decade under the most intense public scrutiny. This house provides the silence he has always craved, a place where he can play his saxophone at 3 a.m. or paint until dawn without the world knocking on his door. Real estate insiders estimate that by 2026, the value of his portfolio has ballooned by billions of won in appreciation alone, making him not just an artist, but a titan of investment. As you picture him standing on that high-ceilinged balcony, looking down at the city he conquered, you have to ask, is this $10 million fortress the final destination for Kim Tae-young? Or is it just the beginning of a new, even more private chapter? How does it feel to own the most coveted view in the nation before even hitting your 30s? The air is getting thin at these price points, but believe it or not, there is still one more level to climb. We are finally at the summit. Number 1. Jungkook's $10M Fortress. The 5-story Imperial Manor in Itaewon. We have finally reached the summit of our luxury journey, and standing alone at the peak is the golden matinee himself, Jungkook, with a property that has redefined the very concept of celebrity real estate in 2026. This isn't an apartment in a complex or a shared villa. This is a massive, detached imperial manor in the heart of Itaewon-dong, the most legendary wealthy village in South Korea, often referred to as the Beverly Hills of Seoul. To understand the sheer scale of this move, we have to go back to 2020 when Jungkook bought a 1970s red brick house for $7 million in cash, only to completely demolish it a year later to build something far more ambitious. By 2026, the result of that vision is a breathtaking 5-story fortress comprising 2 massive basement levels and 3 floors above ground, with a total floor area of over 1,161 square meters that is currently valued at a staggering $10 million to $12 million. This is a residence where the neighbors aren't just other idols, but the chairman of Samsung, SK Group, and global diplomats from the surrounding embassies, placing Jungkook in the ultimate circle of world-shaping power. The architecture is a marvel of modern engineering, designed with a bunker-chic aesthetic that prioritizes absolute privacy. The walls are thick, the security is military-grade, and the entire structure is rumored to feature a private underground cinema, a state-of-the-art recording studio, and a massive gym that rivals professional training centers. Imagine walking through a grand entrance where the sunlight hits a custom-designed spiraling staircase, leading up to a rooftop terrace that offers a 360-degree view of the Namsan Tower and the shimmering city below, a view that Jungkook earned through a decade of relentless dedication. There is an incredible emotional weight to this house. It is the physical manifestation of a boy who left Busan at 15 with nothing but a dream, now standing as the owner of an architectural titan that even the oldest Chaebol families respect. In 2026, this mansion has become more than just a home. It is a symbol of a solo artist who has conquered the global charts and secured his legacy in the very soil of the nation's capital. Behind those high gates, Jungkook has created a world where he can finally be the master of his own time, away from the flashing cameras, surrounded by the silence of success. But as we stare at the silhouette of this 5-story giant, a final, chilling question remains. When you've built the ultimate fortress and reached the very top of the world's most exclusive list, what is the next frontier left to conquer? Is this house a place to hide, or is it the launching pad for a future that even we can't yet imagine?